So, about an hour ago, according to YouTube, I had put up a vid with plastic clothing and fertility part 1. And you could go at this from so many angles. And it depends on how honest a conversation people want to have. Because, believe me, the science of clothing as regards the eugenesis, it's phenomenal. Backed up by, well, a lot of money. People invested in, well, there's too many of us. But how do you sell to the masses that surrounding yourselves in, and they call it fabrics, but, oh my God, fabrics all used to be natural, yeah? And people don't realize it. I mean, the hypocrisy of all those Just Stop Oil as they're covered from head to toe in fucking plastics. Yeah. The weak of mind. I mean, petrochemicals have their place. It's called combustion, by and large. I mean, there's a lot of very useful products made out of plastics, but on reflection, there's many of them, I would say inarguable, that when you look at modern day motoring, well, they don't last as long, you know. You could go into the detail, and we're off at tangents, but there's few people work out the complexity of this. To sell to people in only the last few decades that surrounding yourselves in plastics is the way to go, and just to buy lots and lots and lots and lots of these things. Yeah. And you sweat and you absorb it and you know. And remember, it breaks down over time. A good example of that, when you look at duvets, and most people don't think about it, we've all been there. What happens to these duvets over time? These supposedly cost-effective, wow, it works, toggery, and that's what you're focused on. What you aren't focused on is what effect is that having on my lungs? Am I absorbing this? No. Few people realize the detail. Same with toothbrushes. I've said it for years. You're grinding a plastic into your teeth. Have you seen a teeth under a microscope? It's not that smooth, you know. And you're grinding it and absorbing it, you know. And if you're wanting to turn so many things around, like confidence and some control over your life, then I would suggest starting to give a shit about what you're absorbing. Yeah, would that be fair? Because the benefits are enormous. They're absolutely enormous. And I could still do many more parts of this. Because when you look at relationships over the last few decades, and the drop in testosterone levels, and the drop in estrogen and progesterone and blah, 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 it does tie in to plastics. In no small way. And I'll speak to you soon.